What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Talking Time in the Six with your host, Eddie. We're going to get right into a story today that takes place in the Lindsay jail on 4-Pod, which was the gang unit back in the day. I don't know what it is today because these stories are from well over 10 years ago. Okay, so any stories I say are before 2012, just to let anybody know a timeline. Okay, basically the story is going to include a guy that we're going to call for this story the Mailman. Okay, me, my Celly, which is going to go by, we're going to call him LJ, and the Mailman's also going to be in the story. The Mailman is also a hold down man, okay, for this big guy that we're just going to call G. Alright? I don't want to put anyone's real names out there, and I don't want to incriminate anybody or anything like that. Alright, so basically, for all of you guys that don't know what a mailman is, I'll explain that during the story. I'll get into that in a minute. Okay, so basically, y'all know what a hold down man is. That's, okay, when there's somebody on the unit that has a lot of drugs, that doesn't want to hoop them himself, obviously pays somebody to hold it for them. So that way if there's a search or something like that, they're prepared, everything's all wrapped up, ready to go. Some guys even go as far as to keep it up inside of them at all times and only take it out when there's a reason for it. Okay, so basically this is on 4-Pod, where I'm going to give you a backstory on 4-Pod. 4-Pod is in the Lindsay jail where the other units, you can't normally just walk around and smoke freely, like smoke big spliffs and not have guards like come and flip out and like try to lock the unit down and try to catch guys and go to the hole if they, all the other units are like that. But 4-Pod is the gang unit, and they're a little more lenient up there when it comes to weed smoking. But when they do get a whiff of it is when they come for like meds or anything like that. Any reason to open the door, the air gets sucked out into the hallway because we're in a circle in a pod that goes A, B, C, D, E, F, okay, in a circle. And the guards sit in the middle so they can kind of go like this and monitor all the different pods, right? And we can see over to certain pods can see over through the glass to other ones. You can't really see to the one right beside you that good, but you can bang on the door. And that's the thing with the mailman and the mail system is usually when a new guy comes on the unit, they'll get him to pass kites and stuff like that. But that's not really the mailman. A mailman is when they get somebody that they think they can trust, more or less, that they think's afraid enough that they're not going to fuck with nothing. Everybody's going to keep an eye on the mailman, for one. Like, it's somebody that passes the envelopes and the kites back and forth between the doors, because constantly, depending where you are, if you're on A, you won't have anyone coming from the other side, only B to deal with. But if you're B, you got A and C to deal with. So you got both doors going all day like this. Or like, right? We used to do that, like, right? That's a knock, and that's like mail, right? So like we got our own mailing system on the unit. So basically you need to talk to people, you need to send anything, tobacco, bogey, whatever, to people. Now, full pills can't get through the door, obviously, because you're putting stuff through the door and you're sliding it through the door, right? So basically the door shuts like this. You kind of let's like slide it in there, give it a little knock. The guy comes from the other side and you'll see, and then it'll say on it, like for an example, you'll go like this. Say you're on D, right? And you want it to go to A. So you go like this, A. You can go hand to hand if it's a package, right? And ask who you're talking to at the door and make sure it's the mailman. Say, yo, who is this? This has got to go to, this has got to go to Eddie, right? Okay? So then you'd be like this, right? Eddie. Hand to hand, A block, right? And you just send it through, right? So that's that. that's the mailing system. And so basically the mailman has a lot of responsibility, but he knows if anything goes missing, that's on his ass. He's going to get his ass beat. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be on point when you're the mailman. Usually you get treated like a little bitch when you're the mailman. You don't get no respect unless you like really, really do a damn good job and you're doing the mail because you want to do it, not because somebody made you do it. You're doing it because you want to make sure everything runs smooth on the pod. And if anyone fucks with anything, you're going to deal with it. That's a little bit of a different story. But if people are like, yo, man, fucking the door, yo, get the fucking door, yo, yo, get the mailman, what the fuck? Like stuff like that, right? Then you're going to get like treated with disrespect and stuff like that, right? Especially when they all know you're a hold down man. So, for example, this guy was a hold down man for a Celly G. These guys normally always had stuff on the unit, so, or G did. So basically, you know, they always had a lot of stuff, bogey and weed and everything like that. So now, what happens is a big amount of pills land on the unit, right? Wait, one more second though. The way how the guards, back with the weed smoking, the way the guards only used to punish us on 4-pod was to turn the air conditioning on full blast, and it's like an industrial air conditioner, right? This thing would go so freaking loud, and it would go, you see the guard go like this when they walk in to do the unit, because they signal to the guy in the bubble, like, you got to clear it out. It reeks like weed in here, and that would suck out all the weed smoke. But we didn't care because it's like we didn't care freezing. At least we're not getting locked down or whatever. We can walk around and smoke freely and stuff. But that was our punishment. You see guys walk around with their arms inside their jumpers freezing and stuff. Because this thing used to literally like blow snow. Like it would like rain snow, like for real. It was like snowing from that air conditioner. It was so damn cold in the wintertime. Okay, so basically now what happens is a big amount of pills for jail. In my mind, 30 pills landed on the unit, okay? They were G's, okay? G's doing his thing. G's hustling and everything like that. And G's this big Italian dude, you know? You gotta remember, Lindsay is out in the middle of nowhere. It's like this hick town, middle of nowhere jail that they ship dudes from all over to. If you're in the GTA or York region, anywhere there, Golden Horseshoe, you know, you're gonna get shipped out to Lindsay. It just sucks when you get shipped to Lindsay. It's on a swamp. It's like the scummiest, dirtiest place. It's like, especially in A&D. Oh my God. And then the guards there are like pure hicks, right? Total hicks. And a lot of them are racist for real. And if they see that you're not a racist white boy, they like treat you like, you know, they treat you like crap. And so I got treated like crap a lot. And the guards are corrupt as hell there. They're fucking weirdos. All right, and okay, so I'm gonna let you know what landed on the unit now. Okay, so 10 Oxycontin 80 milligram, 10 Oxycontin 40 milligram, and 10 Dilaudid 8s landed on the unit. Now you gotta remember, in this jail, weed goes for $50 a gram, right, or 3 for $100. So everything's 5 times the amount, and that's because it's a lot easier to get stuff in Lindsay jail than it is to other jails certain times. It's way easier than it is in the Hearst. So basically what's going on is 5 times the amount. In the Hearst, you might be looking at 10 times the amount for something. It might be $100 a gram for weed. But anyway, so you're looking at 5 times the amount. So on the street, Oxy 80s were $40 a piece. So you're looking at $200 a pill of 5 times the amount, right? 10 pills, that's $2,000. Or sorry, that's 1,000. Right? And then you got the 10 Oxy 40 milligrams. There's another 500. And then the Dilaudid 8s, there's another 500. So the guy's got $2,000 worth of pills on him, right? And this isn't like the big kingpin on the range or nothing. This is just somebody that came in that, you know, he's doing his thing. And what's going on is he's like dealing with a guy on F. Okay, so the guy he's dealing with is on F and we're on A. So it's like, it has to go through so many people every time. We got to knock on the door, we got to go to B, B's got to pass it to C, C's got to pass it to D, D to E, E to F. So that's a lot of hands to go through, right? So instead of waiting until it's only the servers out on the unit, because the servers don't want to be responsible for it, they don't want to get heated out or lose their job because they make, you know, look at other videos and you'll know why the servers make a lot of money, okay? But anyways, the thing is, it's like, the servers don't want to lose their jobs, the extra food, all the fucking goodies they get when people land on the unit. You know, it's just, they don't want to be the only two out on the unit and then be passing stuff through the doors. It's fucking obvious, right? When you got 40 guys on the unit, it's different. It's easier to mask it. Guys can stand up front, shit like that, right? So you can't expect them to do the dirty work. Some will. But anyway, so in this, for instance, what happened is they're dealing with F all the time, and G is letting the mailman, basically, he would tell the mailman what needs to be sent, right? So because he can't send whole pills, what would happen is they would have to fucking crush them, take the coating off and crush them down and send it through the door, right? But they roughly know how much powder that's going to be, right? Well, fucking G didn't know this was going on. I truly believe this, and the mailman was doing this on his own. G would tell him what needed to be sent over, say 1 pill, for an example. Dude would go, get it ready, and I think what he would do is, at first, I think he just used to take a bit out and then mix it with sugar, right? But eventually he got greedy. They were complaining, you know, short counts. They were complaining that it wasn't real. And, you know, so many different things they were complaining about. And, you know, they're questioning G. G's fucking telling them that it's good, you know, everything's fine. And then he ends up sending them an extra one. And then because G sent it over himself that time, it was fine. And then next thing you know, he ends up just going back to normal, getting the mailman to send the stuff over. This is a period of like a week going on. And next thing you know, they're coming back writing kites saying that it's fake, it's nothing there, it's fucking sugar, right? Wow, now G wants to see the pills, okay? G's like, you know what, give me the fucking pills back. I want to see what the hell's going on here. You know, I think because it's going through too many different people's hands, they're trying to play off a game. Or is somebody on B, C, D, or E taking the pills and replacing it with sugar after we send it through the door? So this is a big, huge freaking thing that we're investigating. Now everybody's investigating this. The whole pod's trying to figure this out. Where this is going missing. Is there a box thief? What's going on? Is somebody stealing the mail? Like we're thinking is someone stealing the mail on another block. So we're trying to talk to the servers on other units to figure out like what's going on the unit, who's passing it, who's the mailman on every other unit. Big, huge ordeal, right? I don't want to make this a half-an-hour video, so long story short, dude ends up figuring out when he says, hey, give me back the pills, I'm going to deal with this, don't worry about it, just give me them, there should be like 6 left or whatever, right? Dude says, there's none left. He says he can't find them, misplace them. How do you misplace them up in you, right? Dude's like, I can't find them. When he went to the bathroom, he obviously flushed them by accident, all this stuff, right? And then G goes off. The cells lock at night. They get locked in for the night. And you just hear, where the fuck is the fuck? Where the fuck is the fucking stuff, you fucking junkie? I'm gonna fucking kill you if you don't fucking tell me. Give me the fucking stuff, I'm gonna fucking kill you. All this, right? You just hear this guy's just getting beaten, smacked around, slammed around, tortured in there, yo. For real, he's getting tortured in there. G's got his poker out, he's poking him. He's fucking torturing this dude with his freaking makeshift poker pencil / whatever you want to call it. He wasn't a real big shank or nothing. Long story short, you're getting poked like that in the neck or whatever. It's kind of scary, right? You know, even with a pen, right? I wouldn't want to get stabbed in the neck. Anyway, you couldn't really see what was going on because all we can do is hear at nighttime, right? And then find out what happened the next day when we see dude, okay? Dude finally fucking starts admitting it. Yo, okay, stop. He fucking starts screaming, I did it all. I swear to God, it's gone. I snorted it all. I swear to God, there's none left. He's like, all right, you fucking liar. I know there's some left. And he's beating him. till he fucking finally realized that. I think he would have given it up by now, honestly. If he had it, I think dude would have given it up by now. He's fucking pouring blood out both those, black eyes out to here, bruises all over his body, fucking little poke holes everywhere, you know. It was brutal when you seen dude the next day. That's why you gotta go look in the thumbnail. You gotta see the thumbnail. That's sort of what dude kind of looked like, you know, a junkie, bleeding out the nose. Not really, but he looked fucked up, put it that way. He looked fucked up. He looked like he got jumped, put it that way, okay? This is a long story short. Do not touch anyone's stuff in the unit. Do not touch anyone's stuff in jail. Do not hold anything for anybody. Don't be a hold down man. Don't be sticking nothing in your rear end for anybody, no matter how much they pay you, okay? You know, it's just asking for bad news, okay? It's bad news all around. How about this? Don't go to jail, period, and you won't have to deal with any of that. This is just a little story for your entertainment. You know, get a little bit of a funny story in. Kind of funny, kind of not. You know what I mean? It's a real life situation. It's kind of brutal. But at the end of the day, this happened over 10 years ago. You can look back at it and be like, what the hell was that dude thinking? Is this dude really think he was going to get away with it? What did he think? He's going to think he's going to blame it on somebody else, on D or E or something like that. For a while there, you know, it was working for a few days. But the bottom line is, dudes are always going to get down to the bottom line in there. And it's you would think jail's a real big place. But when it comes down to it, everybody can end up communicating, and you can figure out stuff very fast at the end of the day because we got nothing else to do. So that said, we'll see you in the next episode. I hope all y'all smack the like, share, subscribe, all that. I gotta go get a braid up. Me and Endlessly got another episode coming out on the couple channel. I'm gonna advertise it over here in the community because the thumbnail is lit. It's called Lovesick. We're gonna explain what lovesick is and what we went through and stuff like that, dating 5 months online in our relationship before she moved here. All right, so that's what you guys can expect next on the couple channel. Okay, over on here, we're going to be doing an interview with that dude we did, Simon Off the Yard from the UK. I'm going to be on his channel, being his first interview. Okay, and then we're going to do a part 2 with him, and he's going to get into some serious stories, all right? All right, everybody. We'll catch you in the next one. Shout out to all my subscribers and viewers. If you're a returning viewer, hey, you're returning obviously for a reason. Consider subscribing.